All right, here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Great. Recovery day, shakeout run today. Just hit some weights and quick 2-mile jog. And let's get into this. Let's get into this Mel Tucker situation, man. I'm recording this the Monday, September 11th, 2023, a day after it was announced that Mel Tucker of the Michigan State Spartans college football team, head coach of the Michigan State Spartans, was let go because of his involvement. I'll say his involvement in sexual harassment allegations with, I believe the lady's name is Brenda. Brenda, who runs a nonprofit called Set the Expectation. This is bad. This is bad, guys. All right, this is bad, and it told you when the Ime Udoka situation kind of started surfacing. I told you this thing that we have. I have an entire episode on this podcast, titled Casual Sex Problems. All right, this is the result of casual sex, of the acceptance that we have taken and we have created when it comes to casual sex. Understand this. Let's just break this down. All right. All the information isn't out yet, so this is just me going off what the reports say. And the reports have said that Mel Tucker he's admitted to having consensual phone sex with this lady who runs a nonprofit, who is a public speaker and goes around and speaks to hundreds of college programs about a time when she was in college and she was gang raped by a bunch of college football players. All right, she speaks very openly about that time, and it's all public. I've watched a couple of her workshops since all of this stuff has come out, and she gets emotional as she talks about it. Someone like that. And now Mel Tucker is saying that it was consensual, that the two of them had phone sex, like two grown ass adults, not high school kids, having phone sex, consenting to phone sex, which in itself sounds ridiculous. Even saying it sounds ridiculous. And the point that I have to make to you guys, again, I'm not here to tell you who's guilty and who's not guilty. What I do want to tell you is this is just bad. It's bad. It hurts all of us as African-American, coaches, football guys that are in this business, and it screams again. I just have to I cannot stress the point of making sure whether it's the Zion situation, the Ime Udoka situation, like I mentioned, it's important for us to watch what we're doing sexually, all right? And today's actual Move Swiftly thought, I'm going back to, got to take you back to when I was a freshman in college, and I was blessed enough to play for the late legendary Coach Ken Sparks, who was, this is at Carson Newman College in East Jefferson City, Tennessee, and he is all about using the game of football to teach young men how to develop a walk of faith, develop a relationship with God. And one of the first speeches he gave was him speaking about the exact situation that Mel Tucker is going through right now. In it, where he told us directly, watch what you're doing sexually. Watch what you're doing sexually, guys. Watch what you're doing sexually, because Mel Tucker signed the richest contract in all of college football. I think he was the highest paid football coach in all of college football. And he's very likely not going to see any of it. He's lost himself about $80 million. Because of some phone sex. Not even real sex, some phone sex, some shit that was not even physical stuff you could have did on your own, like stuff guys do all the time. People do this shit all the time, and you lost yourself that much money because of that. And think about how stupid and senseless that is. Now, again, like I said, I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury in this situation. I'm just looking at the facts and looking at the reports, and it doesn't look good for Mel Tucker. It just doesn't. You're talking about, basically it's going to be his word against the word of a woman who has been very open about her past and been very open about this stuff, and has not, has not lied. She's lived through gang rapes. Like, she's been raped and she's had the courage to go out and step out publicly to say these things. It's going to be very difficult to convince anyone that, she's lying about this situation. All right. So again, I'll do more on this. I can go on and about this, but today's Move Swiftly thought is a fair warning of making sure you're watching what you're doing sexually. Trust me when I tell you, it can ruin you. It can ruin you. It can ruin you. All right. Main website to check out to dive deeper into my work, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.